Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hey, Joe, how's it going today for you, my friend?
Going good. Going good. Markets are green, so everything's good.
Hell yeah, they are. And listen, I appreciate you being here. I know I keep like dragging you in here all the time, but I really appreciate you making the time. Truly, I do.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Let's see. We got the automatic beats in the house. Did it just hit 91? I was just about to say Bitcoin new all-time high 90, and it's just moving, I guess, here. Holy
Oh
crap.
yeah.
Well, I've got a lot of stuff to cover today, and we're gonna get to all that. But given the circumstances, I think we're gonna kick it off with Joe, who's gonna give us the great news because Bitcoin just won't stop. There you go, man. Take it away.
Very cool. So of course, Bitcoin is pumping, and it's at 91 right now. It went all the way up to. Let's go ahead and adjust this. I'm always adjusting this all-time high. I'm not mad at it. It's almost 92. So
Yeah, it
just be
seems like it's
aware
just one
that
after another these days.
yes.
Yeah,
So just be aware that we do expect a pullback. When it happens, well, then that's when it's going to happen. But right now, it's just right as soon as it looks like it's going to pull back, it goes and it makes another all-time high. It looks like it's going to pull back, and then it makes another all-time high. So people who are shorting right now are getting wrecked,
oh yeah.
absolutely wrecked. So if you are trying to short, make sure to use very little leverage. Make sure to have a stop loss. If you're trying to long Bitcoin right now, not the wisest thing because again we're all time high and it can flip at any moment. So just be
Right.
careful with anything you do.
Excellent. I mean, I would have figured for a pullback at this point, Joe. That's just me.
So if we look at the daily, if we look at the daily right here, we can see that we were up, okay, up, nice, up, okay, expect a down now, up, up,
Yeah.
up, constantly. So yesterday was our first red day in 6 days. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. So in a week, that was
Wow.
our first one for man. So
And it wasn't that
expect to
much of
pull
a
back.
red day, Joe. It was
No,
like barely red.
right. Yeah. So
That's
expect a
crazy.
pullback.
It's crazy. Um, well, I mean, again, I think well, Joe, can you keep an eye on it? So if we hit another all-time high during the stream, we can
Oh heck yeah.
let everybody know.
Yeah.
But right now, man, I'll tell you, crazy upside going on.
Yeah, the
Uh,
markets are reacting the same. We have a bunch of meme coins. We have a bunch of, Doge. We have just all these coins that are pumping, and I call it hyper reactive to Bitcoin. So as Bitcoin is doing moves, slight pullback or a run up, these altcoins are doing the exact same thing. So when Bitcoin does retrace, expect the alts to just
oh hell
retrace
yeah,
a little
they're gonna
harder.
bleed. They're gonna
Right.
bleed. But yeah, and here's the sad part, in my opinion. Okay, wait, where is it? There we go. Not financial advice, old guy interwebs. But this isn't even altcoin season
Oh
at
no,
this
yeah,
point. Yeah,
right,
and it's like pumpity pump. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Absolutely crazy. And now I have another opinion on Doge. Yeah, exactly. See, automatic beats is reading my mind. I have it queued up here to bring it up on the screen. You're the man, automatic beats. Appreciate you. So here we go. Now I'm not a fan that Trump has created a new department in the government, but okay, if it's got teeth, I'll
Right, yeah. So
take
as
it.
far as the new department,
Department of Government Efficiency, and check out the memes that are all over the place. Yeah, sorry, I know I'm freezing up. Joe's trying to help me out right now. But I mean, look at these memes. No wonder Doge is pumping. And I got one more. Just in case you haven't seen them all. Here's another one right now. Let me bring it up. Hang on, I got to get it first. I'm slow. Sorry, guys. I like this one.
yes.
Isn't that cool? Now, in fairness, it's not just Elon. He also put in Vivek Ramaswamy in this to head out this new department. So, but I don't know, Joe. Did you pull up Doge? Should we see what Doge is doing?
Yeah, I got Doge up right now.
All right, hang on. Here we go. It's all you, bud.
All right,
Oops.
so this is Doge. This is on the 1 hour time frame. We were in Doge, of course, making decent amount of money. Is it too late to get into Doge? No. I do think that this is a coin definitely is going to do very well this bull run due to the Department of Government Efficiency. So not only that, but you have Elon Musk who he'll say something about Doge,
Yeah, and
especially
then
and it just pumps. So this one is a great long-term hold for this bull run. We did again this is on the hour time frame. We did have a run up, a pullback to the 382 or 38%, and then it came up, got rejected, came back down, and now it just broke the level. For the group, I'm actually going to wait maybe another hour or two before I post this one. If the candle closes, if we get a candle close anywhere above this level right here, which is 0.40344, in my opinion, on the 1 hour time frame, it'd be nice to enter. So right now, because it already did one, let's see what this one does. We have 51 minutes to go. If it closes above this level, good to go. If it closes underneath it, just kind of be careful because it might start doing this number and then maybe come down a little bit lower. And then, of course, if Bitcoin comes down, well, then this one will come down.
well, yeah, then
So
that's
I do
going with
like
it.
Doge. I really do. And I think it's going to do really well. But right now, just kind of be aware that it's, in my opinion, any time is a good time to buy Doge. If it retraces to the 681, which is roughly around 29 cents, I think it's a great buy. This would be like a much better buy at 29 cents, but 40 cents, it's still, in my opinion, a winner. Nope, not financial advice.
Yes, yeah. Okay, here we'll make it official. There we go. We'll make it official. It's scary to think that like 3-4 years ago, this thing was under a penny.
Yes.
Like,
So,
wow.
and here's the thought process, guys. All these cryptos, if you just buy them and hold them, put them in a wallet, just hold it, just you're gonna see in 2 years they're gonna grow exponentially, especially if you're entering the bull market. So, and if you miss it, don't worry. Next bear market, you can pick up some. My tip is 1 year after the all-time high, because we'll know when the all-time high because it printed it, and several months are going to go down, and we're going down. But 1 year after that date, start buying. Start buying.
There you go. See, not financial advice.
Not financial advice.
I'm sorry, I just had to throw that in there. Just had to throw that in there. Thank you, Joe. I'm throwing. Listen, I threw Joe under the bus when we started getting in the back side here, getting ready to come alive. I told him, I'm like, so you're gonna go over the markets, right? Because we're gonna. So he wasn't even expecting it. The guy is always ready. He's the beast. Speaking of
Yeah.
which, links to his information always in the description. So go check that out because yeah, you need to be following him.
Today, I go live at 12 p.m. So I'm switching it up all this week. If you want to make sure that you're going to watch it, of course, subscribe, notification bell. But today it's going to be at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Okay, I'm updating my banner so I can put it up there. He's making me work here.
Oh, yeah.
He's making me work.
Speaking about work, I know we're kind of getting off track a little bit, and I apologize, but have you heard about the token Peanut?
No.
Well, they have a token Peanut. It got
Makes
listed
sense.
about 9 days ago, and it's doing amazing work. It's gone up like 200% or something like that in the last 2 days.
I believe it.
The group, yeah, the VIP group, we got into it yesterday. Of course, it hit both our targets within a few hours, and then I posted it again today. But it's listed, so you would expect, okay, it's a Solana meme. It's listed on
I was about to
Solana.
ask what chain it was on. Solana. Okay.
Solana. It's listed on Binance. It's listed on KuCoin. It's listed on Gate.io. It's listed on MEXC. They even have futures for it. They know that this one is, I'm getting goosebumps. They know this one is going to be a big coin because of what happened to Peanut.
Right.
And they know,
Right.
man, literally goosebumps on the back of my neck. And they know that this one, it has a lot of hype to it. It has a lot of people knowing about it. So um, let me share my chart real quick.
Yeah, and automatic beats is agreeing with you. Yeah, mooned. Yeah.
Yeah. So let me go to peanut. There we
Hang
go.
on one second. Let me get rid of that and bring up your chart here.
So one thing that's really good, whenever I'm on here, sometimes I'll give you a VIP chart, just depending. But this is the setup. This one I just did about an hour ago, I guess. So the market cap is 1.5 billion. So it already doubled in market cap from yesterday when I posted it. It's doubled in volume the past 24 hours. Yesterday it was 1.1 billion, I think. Today it's almost 3 billion. So there's a lot of people getting to this coin. Solana, political memes, animal memes, and the price action was right here. I said, enter 25% because it may pull back, and if it does, great. This is a much better opportunity for a buy.
Yep.
It doesn't look like it's going to pull back. So, what I would recommend is if it does pull back a little bit, or if at least if it breaks this area, you can maybe put 50% in, expecting the pullback because everybody who bought down here is going to want to take profit. But these are your targets. This, if it does pull back here, this will be your stop loss. I do hope it pulls back. That way we can get in more. And again, this is available on futures. If you do futures, low leverage, don't get crazy. And this one, in my opinion, is going to continue to do well. And of course, on their website, it actually has posts of Elon Musk posting about Peanut. It has Donald
Oh, no
Trump
kidding.
posting about Peanut. Yeah, so that in my opinion, I think this one's going to continue going, maybe even at $3, $4 before it, kind of. I don't want to say dies off, but this one, because of what happened and the injustice that happened, I think this
Yes.
one's going to do very well.
Yes. I don't disagree with you. These meme coins, especially the political ones, that kind of thing,
Right.
always. And listen, I'm gonna just throw this up here, get your quick opinion. Then I really want to get into some of
Yes, we got
Cathie
to.
Wood
We got
stuff.
to. We got sidetracked. We got to.
What are you thinking about that? I think that's a little bit much, but that's just my opinion.
So,
Yeah, to 1,000.
um, what is Soul at right now? I don't even know what Soul at.
It was about 2.25, give or take, last I checked.
Oh, so for Soul, I think it'll do a 3x easy, 5x average. Anything above a 5x, 7 to maybe even, okay, we'll say 7x, just due to, I think it's going to dominate the market. I really do. It's much faster than Ethereum, and there's a lot of meme coins on Solana. Even though there's other chains out there with meme coins, Cardano, et cetera, et cetera,
Yeah,
um, Solana has the most hype.
I
Um,
agreed. And they got
so
plenty of VC backing. Yep.
five to maybe 7x. So yeah.
Okay, so then you're pretty much in the same spot as what Automatic Beats is saying here. And yes, haters are gonna hate. Yes, no argument about that. And again, I'm no Solana fan.
Right. Yeah. Yes.
But it is what it is. I think it's gonna do well. I still
Yeah.
think it's gonna do well. Oh, did I just freeze up again? Ugh.
You did.
Thank you,
Perfect
Joe.
timing though. That's a screenshot that you got to put on. But yes.
Then I gotta go get it. Then.
Yes.
All right, let's get Cathie Wood on here.
Let's do it.
And let's get into this. Okay, I got 5 sections of her video that I want to kind of put out here. And first off, I gotta find the right one. I think this is the correct one. Yes. All right. She starts out with an overview of what she's like, how she's framing everything for this video. We're going to talk about the U.S. dollar strength and inflation, changing government policy, biggest innovations that she sees coming. Because remember, ARK Invest does this kind of research. And digital assets. What does she see regarding digital assets? So let's kick this off, and then we'll Joe and I will give you our proverbial 2 cents as we go.
Trump administration says it wants versus what might likely happen, given that backdrop, as well as how this clarity is going to impact the world of innovation, the world of transformative innovation.
Right.
And we believe the world is transforming and in miraculous ways. So we want to take you through some of that and how this administration its policies are probably going to accelerate these changes. So let's talk.
Before she really kind of gets into it, I mean, I'm assuming you're on the same page, Joe, right? I mean, we're already seeing that direction going with this new administration, right?
Right.
So, I mean, I'm excited for what's going to come, because even if they, again, as long as we get some framework, good framework, I think
Right.
innovation will just happen. But anyway, I didn't mean to step on her toes. All right, Cathie, wrap it up. We got about another 45 seconds on this.
About macro. In the early days of the Reagan administration, there were back-to-back recessions, and interest rates hit 15%. And
most people alive today don't even remember that. I'm just going to say, and
Right.
especially people in this space, because let's be honest, all things being equal, this is a younger demographic space, the crypto space. So this framework that she's giving you is important.
That was a very difficult environment for investing. Well, President Trump is coming into office when that part of the equivalent in the Reagan administration has been done. And I remember after that, the 80s and 90s were the golden age of active equity investing. And I think we're going back there. First of all, in terms of the controversy, a deficit back then, after back-to-back recessions, 5.5%. The bond market was apoplectic about that. Investors were as well. And what they didn't understand is that the Reagan policies of tax cuts, along with lower interest rates, caused by Volcker, moving from double-digit interest rates to something much lower, that those were going to be very positive for economic growth. And
that's where I kind of want to take a break for a second here, because that's basically where we are now. We don't have the double-digit inflation, or, well, okay, we honestly probably do have double-digit inflation because they fudge the numbers. Let's be completely honest. But assuming we don't, but you combine that with lowering interest rates, which is the trend we seem to be on, it should, because that's what it's meant to do, right? Spur economic growth. So that's the frame I wanted to have for this discussion. Joe, anything you want to throw in there, please? You know me, jump right in here. Anything you want to throw in on that before?
We're good.
Okay. So now I want to put up this next section. Now this one's a little bit longer, but I think it's worthy because she's talking about US dollar strength and inflation. And I want to definitely put that out there. And now this is the part where I think you and I will get into a discussion. During this next section, she puts out areas of growth that she sees, or ARC sees, with this new administration. So like for the next decade, these are the areas that are going to grow. And I think if we crypto people, position ourselves in the proper cryptos in these areas, we might see good growth, especially if you're a hodler. So that's my automatic beats. Sorry. I'm not going to put that one up on the screen.
I saw it too.
I appreciate you, automatic beats, but if this was crypto on the rocks, then maybe. But anyway. All right, let's see if I can get the next section correct here, because I've got so many tabs open. Yes. All right, here we go.
Will make us more competitive. What I think will happen is the returns on invested capital in the United States relative to those elsewhere in the world, they're going to increase, and that is going to attract more capital, which will actually boost the dollar. Now, in terms of interest rates, the dollar going up is anti-inflationary, as is the productivity growth associated with a burst in activity caused by lower tax rates and other incentives for investing. So if inflation is going to surprise on the low side of expectations, that's going to be very good for innovation-driven strategies. What happened during the last 4 years, actually, is the burst of inflation caused by many things, but COVID, supply chain, money growth exploding. Even though the Fed has gotten all of that under control, I think a
Okay,
lot of
I got to stop there because I disagree with that. I don't believe it's under control one iota. I don't think they can get it under control, but that's just my opinion. I don't know. You want to throw 2 cents in on that, Joe?
They can work to get it under control. It's like a process, but to actually get it under control, I don't see it anytime soon. 40,
I
50
agree.
years.
I agree. Okay, she's a much smarter person than me. She's in this every day. I get it. Oh, who the hell am I? But like, I don't know. I hear that, and from just what I know, I think to myself, there's no flipping way you can
Yeah,
say it's under control at this point.
Yeah. So I
I
process
don't know.
of getting under control, okay. Process of getting okay. But under control, no. 40,
Yeah, I
50 years,
agree.
maybe.
I love you, Automatic Beats. You're the best. Yeah, every day is crypto on the rocks for you. I got you. I love it. I love it. All right, back to this. Oh goodness.
investors have had trouble believing that it would stay under control. The way inflation will stay under control is productivity growth, and we're already seeing strong productivity growth thanks to artificial intelligence and other new technologies, as well as actually the dollar firming. Most commodity prices are priced in dollars. Most commodities are priced in dollars, I should say. And the dollar going up means downward pressure on commodity prices. That's a very good thing as well. So what will happen to interest rates here? Now, this is a little different from the 80s. Interest rates were so high at the beginning of the 80s, 15%, that really, if the Reagan administration got anything right, those interest rates would come down. And they certainly have. Now, 45 years later, they are high relative to recent history, 5% on the Fed funds rate. And they are restrictive relative to where we see inflation going.
And I just want to, again, another 2 cents I want to put in here again to remind everybody that we're not necessarily comparing apples to apples here, because the basket of goods that they use for rating CPI back in the 80s is not the same as today. Not the same as today. Matter of fact, this was a conversation Joe and I were having before we even got on the screen here. It's a completely different animal. Feel free, Joe, if you got to throw anything else in there.
No, you're right there with you.
All right. Can she? Oh my God, Automatic Beats. I love you, man. I love you. All right, let's this has about another minute in this section.
So we do believe there will be a downward pressure on interest rates, maybe even more than many investors expect in the near term, because I think a lot of activity is going to be held back by, a desire to understand how policies are going to change in the future. If we believe tax rates are going to come down, we're probably going to wait if we're businesses and consumers. Sure. This is classic. It even happened during the Reagan administration when he phased in tax cuts over 3 years. Most people just waited until the tax rates were at the point he had promised. So we probably will see some holding back of activity in the next year in anticipation of even lower tax rates. So I think interest rates will be biased to the downside. Thereafter, I think we're going to see an explosion in productivity growth. That's what the convergence among the major innovation platforms around which we've centered our research. So robotics, energy storage, artificial intelligence, blockchain technology and multi-omic sequencing in the healthcare space.
Okay. And I'm going to end it right there because to me, she just gave you the keys to all their research and the areas that they're looking to expand on. I mean, we see those areas. I mean, just AI alone, the blockchain technology, obviously it is what it is.
Right.
But like the healthcare industry, Joe, again, another conversation Joe and I have been having on a separate on a separate basis. Like that's important to try and integrate this blockchain technology into healthcare. And I know you're passionate about this, Joe. Feel free to like throw out what you want with regard to that before we move on to the next section.
No, just that. I mean, everything you need to have, pretty much everything that can be fact checked. And if it's on the blockchain, it's so much easier to do that. Hopefully at one point we will get the, voting on the blockchain, any kind of government spending on the blockchain, anything that's done can be on the blockchain. And not so much saying that you're doing something wrong or illegal, it's just so that it's verifiable. So now, granted, for us, personal spending, like in my opinion, people don't need to know what we're spending it on, but people who should be held accountable, government, we should be able to see where our tax money is going to.
Agreed.
And not only that, but as far as the health part goes, when it comes to surgeries and procedures and family history and everything else, that is so vital to, of course, since I'm a registered nurse, I would get people coming in, new admits, and then I had to call the hospital, the discharging hospitals, like, what are their conditions? They don't remember any kind of surgeries. And so it's a break in the chain. But if we put it on chain, well, then there you go.
Exactly. I was hoping you were going to give that example because to me, that right there is a powerful example of how blockchain can be used. And again, it's not like it's violating your privacy. You use cryptography to say, okay, right, Joe can have this information, but Johnny boy over here can't. It's that simple. It's that simple.
All right, let's broken up into segments, and that way you need the key to access that. So yeah,
exactly. Okay, the next section, again, a little bit longer, but she's going to be talking about government policy. But again, as we started out, I think we're moving in a good way with regard to what the Trump administration is doing with regard to government policy. So I wanted to make sure we definitely touched on this. Let me make sure if I got the right one here. Nope, wrong one. Hang on. The joys of live. The joys of live. All right.
The benefit of live stream is that you don't need to edit.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But they see every mistake you make.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Now I got the right one. All right, we're gonna kick this one off.
So, in terms of government policies, perhaps the most profound thing that's going to happen in the very near term is a changing of the guard at some of the regulatory agencies, the SEC and the FTC. The SEC menace to the digital assets movement. We've lost a lot of talent to other countries because of Chairman Gensler. And I think that's going to change. We know it's going to change. President Trump has come out very positively predisposed to certainly Bitcoin, but we think everything crypto, DeFi or decentralized financial services. And so that's going to be very exciting. But the regulations are also going to change because we're probably going to see Lina Khan at the FTC leave her position. And of course, the strong-armed antitrust regulations that Lina Khan has abided by, those are going to go away. They've prevented mergers and acquisitions that we absolutely need. Large companies are looking at these smaller companies innovating and perhaps being very disruptive to their models, and they'll probably want to get some of that DNA into their companies. Right. I think the regulatory.
I mean, that's basically what this space is about, Joe, right? I mean, innovation, bring us to the next level. And blockchain is just one piece of that. Again, my humble opinion.
Right.
Anything you want to add to that? By all means.
No, I'm good.
All right. What's this? Automatic beats. I love you when you ask the important questions. Automatic beats. I do. All right. Let's kick this back off. So there's about another minute and a half on this.
Cutbacks are going to be profound. In his first administration, President Trump said to regulators, "You want to put in a new regulation? You have to take away 2."
I like that.
I think that he'll be even stronger on that. And of course, when it comes to government spending, he's inviting Elon Musk into or under the tent. Now, the deficit will go down, we think, because of growth, but also we think the inefficiencies in the government are extreme. And we do believe that Elon Musk, first principles based, white sheet of paper, will figure out ways through attrition in terms of headcount and technology, productivity gains to really shrink the government as a percent of GDP, getting a lot of the waste out of the government. And of course, every president has promised that.
Amen.
I think this one will deliver with the help of Elon Musk. We do not believe that Elon's going to be leaving his companies. We do believe he'll put in place a process that will be reinforced by some of the people who will be attracted to this goal and want to be a part of helping him carry it out.
All right. And I agree with that. And we've already, as of today, seen that, right? The yes. Appointment with him and Vivek Ramaswamy. And for the reasons that he's probably not going to leave. Why would he? Why would he leave his company?
Right.
You know, you can still work for the government and have a company, or you should be able to anyway. You know. Sorry, I'm freezing up again. But Joe has got some news for everybody. So go ahead, Joe. Bring it up.
Yeah. So right now, of course, Bitcoin is at 91,726. We just reached a new all-time high. It looks like we're doing this every single day, multiple times a day. But the new all-time high for today is 92,069. So let's see if it goes higher today, which it should, because it's the beginning of the day. Right now, it's barely 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have plenty of time to go before. How high can we go today? That's the question.
I know, right? That's the
yeah.
How high can it go? Oh my God! And Crypto Candy in the house. Welcome, sir.
Yes.
Appreciate you being here. Sorry, I know we're deviating a little bit, but to me, a new all-time high. I get it. That we've got new all-time high. We're almost getting numb to them, but they're important. It's important.
Yes.
I've personally said publicly, and I'll eat crow if I'm wrong, that I didn't think it was going to make 100K before the end of the year. But if Bitcoin keeps going like this, it's going to prove me wrong, and I'll be happily proved wrong.
Same.
I'll be happily proved wrong. All right, let's bring up the next one here. Now, this part is where she talks again. It's about a 3-minute section, but she talks. We already seen her talk about some areas for innovative growth. Now she's going to talk about bigger areas for innovation. She's going to dive into it a little bit more. And again, maybe we can even talk about some of the cryptos that fall into these areas, Joe, after the section, if you want.
Cool.
Let me just bring this up right here. Yep, right one. Here we go.
Innovation is going to thrive now in this new environment. And we think the three biggest opportunities right now associated with the convergence of these technologies are in the autonomous mobility space. So everything, robo-taxi, drones, and so forth, healthcare, and digital assets. I'll just give you a quick one on healthcare because
And I think I might cut that short because we got our own guy here about the healthcare. But I mean, what do you know what, matter of fact, let me just get rid of that. We'll cut that a little shorter. What do you think? And Dave's in the house. Welcome, Dave P. Appreciate you being here.
What's going on, buddy?
First one was like robotics, drones, that kind of thing. what do you see in the crypto space that may be some plays
Froze up a
people
little
might
bit.
want to consider in that space? Any that come to mind for you?
You froze up a little bit. What do I
Oh,
think that
sorry.
maybe?
I was asking if any the cryptos in the space that may fall into that robotics, AI, drone space that she's talked about first.
As far as actual crypto coins?
Yeah. That if people were looking to say, okay, this area is going to expand. I mean, again, I'm not trying to put you completely on the spot here, but I like, for example, one of the ones that comes to mind to me is Render. Comes to mind for
Right.
me. But any others that might jump out to you, because you delve into these coins a lot. You do a lot of trading, so I'm thinking
Yeah.
you might have a better insight than me.
I mean, there's a lot of AI coins, but no, I think Render is probably going to be the safest bet. Higher market cap coin. It usually moves with Nvidia. So if I had to pick one, Render. Now, as far as healthcare goes, I mean, there's a lot of healthcare ones that I was looking at many years ago. The only problem is, like, they're really, in my opinion, they're not going to. If you believe in the project, great, support them. I'm here to make money. So I'm going to get into an AI coin or possibly a meme coin or gaming or something that's going to actually make me some good money versus a project that, could benefit everybody. You know what I mean? Because I'm in it
Yep.
for the money.
Yeah. No, I get that. I get that. And you're right. There are a lot of patient medical related projects.
Right.
One of the first ones that was out there, I don't know, have you ever looked into Patientory? It's
No.
one that I got a small bag of, and they've been around now, I don't know, probably a good 6-7 years, give or take, making strides in the space. But it's like anything else. And speak to this, Joe, if you feel moved, but it is difficult for any newcomer to the healthcare industry to make inroads given the current healthcare regime. They don't want to let people into their siloed houses.
Right.
They
No, I
just
agree.
don't. They just don't. They would rather watch you wither and die and keep their shitty way of doing things
Right.
versus finding new innovation. And I'm hoping that changes with this,
Same.
with RFK going in here and all
You,
this other kind of stuff.
you would think that we wouldn't be asking for a change of this nature. Granted, we're in
Thank
2024.
you.
1990, 1980. Oh, yeah, definitely. But 2024, I mean, everything should be linked up. Everything should be talking to each other. It should, we shouldn't be. Hopefully, things will get better though. So we'll see.
Yeah, this shouldn't even be, yes, it shouldn't even be a discussion.
Right.
But those are the areas that she's looking at. So again, take advantage
Yeah. Take
of
advantage,
ARK
guys.
Invest. Matter of fact, there's a link to it's ARK/invest. Oh, this thing. ARK-invest.com. The link is in the description. They actually give out all of their research for free. Go there. I put it in the description and you read the research yourself. You don't need to get the abbreviated version here with us. All right. I want to show this because, again, it's not 100% official yet, but to the point of government changes. So here we go. We've got one of the people on the short list for Treasury Secretary for the new admin, basically saying everything is on the table with regard to Bitcoin when asked about a strategic reserve. That's huge to me,
Right.
right? That's huge. I mean, here we are, what, 17 years after its inception, whatever my math. Don't shoot me for my math. But
Right.
anyway, and now you've got complete governments mining it. You've got governments investing in it. You've got governments now talking about strategic reserves. Holy crap. That's all I got for that, right?
And what was it the other day? It surpassed the silver market cap or something like that. I
Yes.
forget. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And it's the fastest growing um, of several companies took like 20 years to get the market cap that Bitcoin did in half that time, or what, or 40 years, or whatever it was. But yeah, Bitcoin, it's moving. People see it's a store of value. They
Yes.
see how bad the dollar is and how, the inflation. They see that, people are adopting it, and you're seeing it more and more on the news. on stock market channels and everything else, you're seeing it more and more.
We're going to look at that
ETFs,
at the end here. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So ETFs and the whole nine. So we're early, guys. We're early. You may think that you're late. We're early.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny. I'm trying to put together a group of people. I was going to talk to you about it later, but to basically do a live stream, something to the effect of can Main Street still get ahead of Wall Street? You know what I'm saying right now?
Right.
And
Right.
and I think the answer is 1,000%.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. I agree. All right. Let's take this last section from Cathie Woods. Basically, in this section, she's focusing more on digital assets. So let's, I'm going to let her wrap that up. It's about a minute long. And then we're going to take a look at what Joe just kind of hinted to. Joe, do we have a new all-time high? Do we got to break in here? Are we still in that 92 range?
Right now, it is actually have it on a different screen.
Okay,
we're approaching it.
All right.
We're approaching that. I mean, it's literally dollars away. It's at 91,959 right now. It's 960. So it's really close. Probably a couple minutes. It'll be an all-time high again.
All right, then we'll let Cathie talk and we'll check back. All right, let's bring her up here. All right, wrap this thing. Oops, got to hit the right button in order to wrap this thing.
On the digital asset front, I mentioned that Bitcoin is very much a part of this administration's plans, including building a strategic reserve. We're very excited about that. We think that this is the layer of the internet that the developers in the early 90s did not build in. And we were at risk because of the SEC of losing this next big wave of the internet, all around commerce, financial services, digital property rights. And now we think this administration is going to bring that innovation back home where it started. And we're going to ride that wave again. So we're pretty excited about what has just happened from an innovation point of view. We think that deregulation is critical and really allowing innovation. One of the biggest runs it will ever have in history now that these technologies are ready after 25 years of germinating. We couldn't be more excited. We hope you'll join us on this journey.
Okay, and we'll cut it there. But I mean, think about it. Just to get the regulators out of the freaking way. I mean, so you got Samurai Wallet. I mean, look at that one, and Tornado Cash. Here are people who are trying to expand the space, and they're getting arrested and charged. And yeah, it's like, are you kidding me right now? But Joe is flagging me. We got some information coming up. All right, here we go, Joe. Bam, do it.
All right, here we go. All-time high. So it was 92,069, and now it is 92,288.
Wow.
It's going to keep on going, guys. Granted, if I were you, I would not enter a long because this can reverse at any moment. Could it continue going up to maybe even 95 today? Possible. I mean, anything is possible. It'll keep on going up until it changes its mind and comes down. But right now, the FOMO's in, guys. The FOMO's in. The FOMO's been here for the past week already. And just knowing that we have, the Department of Government Efficiency, knowing that we have Trump coming in, knowing that we have change about to happen, knowing that we have all this stuff is going to change crypto, in my opinion, for the better. Not only that, but after an election, we normally have a nice run. And just the strength and the unity of the entire nation. You saw how much red was, like, there was only certain blues, like cities or counties versus not even a whole state.
Yes,
we're ready for this, guys. And in my opinion, this bull run is going to be amazing.
Yeah, it's gonna, as they say, melt faces. Yes, I agree. Yes, I agree. Automatic beats, let's go. Hey, we might get another all-time high before we go today. And yes, exactly. Good Lord. I mean, it's just going and going. It's going to make a liar out of me and hit 100K today. That's what's going to end up happening. I can see it.
I won't be mad.
Yeah, exactly. I'll take that hit. I'm all about that. All right. In this last section, I just want to highlight what Joe was mentioning earlier. FOMO, or the FOMO right now, is real. I mean, Wall Street is coming in. You got all these ETFs coming on. You've got searches for Bitcoin rising in Google. Everybody is all of a sudden, you got the average CNBC, which is what we're going to look at, who used to shit on Bitcoin, basically. Yeah, it's going to zero. It's right. All this thing, now total change of heart. So I wanted to just give this segment a little bit of air, because I think it shows that the average Joe is starting to take notice, right? The average person. So here's the CNBC clip.
Also spiking post-election, Bitcoin, the world's largest cryptocurrency, was once left for dead by many analysts, but it continued to rally yesterday and hit an all-time high. President-elect Trump made a slew of campaign promises to the crypto industry, including, he said, that he will make the U.S. the crypto capital of the planet. CNBC's reporter Mackenzie Sigalos joins us now. Okay, Mackenzie, let's talk about this surge and what it might mean for Americans.
So, Chris, this recent crypto rally is definitely being felt by the nearly 20% of U.S. adults who say that they've dealt in cryptocurrencies. The crypto market adding more than $700 billion since the election, with nearly 300 pro-crypto lawmakers elected to House and Senate seats, many of them receiving cash from the industry, which raised.
And I just want to point that out. Joe, you and I talked about that in the aftermath of the election, how there was all new pro-crypto people in the Senate. In the House.
Oh yeah,
huge for the industry. And the fact that we've got a pro crypto executive branch, I think, is just humongous. Sorry, I didn't mean to, but I thought you heard it here first, is my point.
That's right.
More than $250 million this cycle. Now, there is still a question of how much the American voter actually cares about this issue. An October poll from Pew Research found that across the country, around 17% of adults say that they've dealt in cryptocurrency. Meanwhile, 63% say that they have little to no confidence in the current means of investing in digital assets. Now, that has not stopped the surge in Bitcoin's price we've seen since the race was called for President-elect Donald Trump. It's up 27% in the past week amid a wider crypto market surge. And analysts are now predicting that Bitcoin could reach 120K by the end of the year. We've also seen new user-friendly ways to invest in cryptocurrencies come to market this year, like Bitcoin ETFs on the New York Stock Exchange. And just today, we got a report from the FDIC, which found that crypto use among the country's underbanked is more common than among those who have access to traditional finance. So, Chris, that's something that could continue to grow in a Trump administration that's focused on looser regulations for the industry.
All right, I'm going to cut that right there. Two things that I want to point out. That she said 120K by the end of the year. The way things are going, it could do 120K today. I'm just saying.
Right.
I'm just saying. But anyway, and then the other piece was, it is the people who have the least means across our country who are actually utilizing cryptocurrency.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a huge point.
Right.
Again, don't believe
me. And then you think about it too, like in the third world countries or wherever, where they either can't get a bank or there's no banking system or whatever, for whatever reason, they're able to use crypto for transactions. So that's huge.
Yes, I agree. Let's see. What's that? You get great benefits from being right. yes, there are times that you absolutely can. Yes, absolutely, Candy. I agree. That's what I had for today, folks. I mean, Joe, I mean, are we, do we need to go back to those charts or what?
Well, yeah, just show me let's do the charts really quick. Okay. I want to remind people that today it's at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bitcoin, again, all-time high, where new high is 92,782. I put this in the group in reference to total. This is the entire crypto market space. We were sitting right here, right underneath 2.83 trillion or 36 trillion.
Yes.
And this is our resistance zone. We are breaking above it, as you can see here. And for the entire Bitcoin run, who knows? We might even reach up to maybe 5.379 trillion, which is a whole bunch of money in crypto space. Do I think this is the altcoin season? Not yet, but
Nope.
be patient. It will come. And when it comes, get ready because we're going to make a lot of money. I think that's all I really want to show. But yeah, so in reference to this, I did put this in the group earlier, the VIP group. This is USDT.D. This is the dominance of the USDT. And here's our trend line.
Okay.
If it finds support here, we're looking at Bitcoin and everything else retracing, but hopefully we lose this support, continues coming down, Bitcoin continues doing its thing, and the alts are going up with it. So that's all I got. Today at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, tune in because we will be going over Bitcoin, the markets, your coin setups, how to trade. You basically get 1 hour of free mentorship. So.
Excellent. And links in the description in case you don't already have it.
Yes.
So as always, appreciate you, Joe. Joe, thanks again, man. I call this poor guy. I message him and I'm like, hey, Joe, so you're going to come on today, right? We're going to talk about that. And boom, he's there. Please show the man some love. I appreciate it. Joe, besides your 12 o'clock today, do you have anything else going on you want everybody to know about?
Just don't FOMO. And that's all I got. Don't FOMO and reduce your risk. Have stop losses in place. Risk management is very important, guys. Like, I want to save you money. I want to protect your money. I treat your money like it's my money. So just be very careful. Don't FOMO. That's all I got.
Amen. All right. That's it for today. And Automatic Beast, thanks. He, as always, he's, always saying great stream. And I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you being here. So listen, tomorrow, what's today? Today's Wednesday. It's hump day. Friday, 7 p.m. Crypto on the Rocks. Don't forget about that. Hopefully you guys will join us here for that. Hopefully you'll actually come on and talk with us. We'd appreciate that even more. So that's what I got for today. Thank you for being here. And Joe and I are out. Make sure you see him at 12 o'clock because by then I'm going to guess we're probably going to have a new all-time high. So, all right.
We'll see.
Take care, everybody.
See ya.